Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Off the Board with Pineapple Papers, where we pull a pin that we have posted on Pinterest and use it as inspiration to create our layout. And I am using layouts because I have over 2,000 posted, yeah, of layouts that I want to do. And this one, I really loved that it had that one big photo there, and I wanted to do that, but my photos were pre-printed already. Well, I printed them, but I printed them before I started looking at the layouts I had pinned. So I have 4 photos instead of 3 like the sketch. But I am going to do the half and half thing and work with that on the layout. And I showed the pictures there, and that last one is called, it's a dessert, and it's called chocolate pearl. And I am not showing all the packaging. I have got everything all spread out, and I was just happy to get time to come in here and do this layout. And I do have a companion layout to go with it. Not exactly 2-page layout, but it's, since this is all the same collection, it's gonna, look more probably like a 2-page layout than a companion page. But I do have it, and I'm gonna work on it as soon as I get time. But I thought I might as well go ahead and edit this side and get it up. I pulled out that Alina paper because I knew that one side would go perfect with the flamingo. However, I started to put it down, and I thought, oh my goodness, I've got all those beautiful wood grains that I bought purposely to use with this. And I thought, surely there's one in there I could use. So I pulled out this wood grain that's got a pinky hue to it, and it's some of the same colors that's in the flamingo too. I showed on that chocolate pearl that I layered the frame with dimensional tape on top of the photo so that it would, well, just stand out a little bit more, because you cannot tell it in the screen, on the screen here. It is gorgeous. I mean, it is. I would be debating whether I wanted to eat it or not. I'd take the photo and tell myself probably that, well, you got the photo for a memory. But yeah, it is gorgeous. I would have to sit and look at it a while though before I ate it. And it looks big sitting on that table. The 2 bigger frames, they were on the packaging of one of the laser cuts, I think. And so I cut them out, but the 2 smaller ones was laser cuts. And so I'm using those. And on the upper right hand corner are fans, because their table had fans on it and they thought that was different. So they took pictures of them. So I made sure I used them on a layout. I was going to put this fishnet down before I put the frames down, and I probably would have put it over the top of the flamingo if I had thought of it sooner. But thinking about it, when I got ready to put it down, actually put it down, I decided I didn't want to cover the flamingo up after all, since I made the paper match. But that was my original plan. And then after I got done with the layout and everything, I was moving stuff out of the way, and I seen this other photo I planned on using on here and cover the flamingo up. But it's been a couple weeks since I touched all this stuff, and I'd forgotten. So it's gonna have to go on another one of the layouts for this place, but I'm not sure where. And I'm pointing out there that I did not take the release paper off of my phone tape. I left it on there. I figure it's acid free, or they would not be using it on there. And I thought, if I don't get that straight, I want to straighten it. And if I use the foam tape as normal, it'd probably stick, and I wouldn't be able to straighten it at all, because it sticks to photos better than anything. So my title is Sweet Delight. The sweet word came from the cluster package. As I mentioned before, I bought this collection a little bit, a few different months But then I ran across on Walmart everything really cheap, and I got more. And anyway, I went ahead and got the clusters and the page kits because I got them so cheap. I got the page kit for like $7 and the cluster kit for 3. So yeah, but I thought I seen it in there when I just moving it, and I seen the word sweet, and I thought, oh my goodness, I need that word. So it is sweet delight because of that awesome dessert that I would love to have. I love chocolate. In case y'all didn't know, I love chocolate. Now, I planned on using that look here on my picture with the chocolate pearl. However, I didn't like it up there after I started using it. I thought, well, I'm still going to go ahead and use it. And so I'm using on this dessert. Now, this restaurant's called Mama's Fish House Beach. And so it features whatever the catches of the day are. And so it has a lot of seafood, but then it also has turf too, as you can see in the upper left hand corner, because that is a steak. But this is some kind of fish one, I can tell. I am not sure what, but I can tell it's fish, um, or seafood something. Uh, that cluster with the butterfly, I did put, I did kind of curve things, ahead of time, and so my seashell would look like it's got dimension, and so would my butterfly, and put foam tape on them. And oh, here's the pineapple. And why in the world I cut that off so short the first time? I thought, oh, I needed that to go all the way across. So yeah, I look kind of silly there, but I fixed it. I cut another one. And I'm using one of these leaves, and then I'm going to stop because I'm going to think, okay, what am I going to do next? And it will take me a minute to figure out what I want to do next. I probably had a plan a couple of weeks ago, but I don't remember it. I started to use that label there because I wanted something, like it's setting on, and changed my mind. And I really wanted to use that banner because there's several in this collection. I have not used any, but I didn't use it. And I hopefully will. Hopefully. I left it on my table, so maybe I will. Now, this orange looking butterfly, orange and pink, I thought, oh my goodness, that'll go so well with that one plate with all those colors of orange and pinkish colors and stuff, because there's like a dip thing there, to go with whatever that fish plate is. And they are the only 2 meals that got photos of that I received. So I thought, well, that butterfly will go with it. So I want it somewhere in the area. And I did consider putting it over there with my pineapple, but it looks so big compared to my pineapple. My pineapple looked like a miniature, so it got moved over to another cluster, which is right on the frame of this photo. Don't you just love these driftwood looking frames? I do. And so I've been resisting using them because I wanted to use them with the food and do a collage kind of thing. And when I was scrolling through looking for a collage type of layout to use as my inspiration, I happened to see this sketch, well, layout, this layout's not sketch, and I thought I could work that into a collage because there are 3 photos on there. But yeah, there was one right there beside it, and I was so tempted to use it, but I really loved the half and half look, so I went with it instead. I finally remembered my little film strip, so I'm putting it on there. My first thought was to put it all the way over to the halfway mark, but then I thought, no, I really like it just a little bit back, so I am going to end up cutting that little bit off on the edge, and I think it would have fit perfectly. I just liked it when I got to that point. And I just attached it over on the right hand side. So yeah, I had to hold it down while I cut it because of that. But it'll work out because it is attached down good. I even smashed it a little bit more and thought, well, I'll put a little bit more foam tape on here some way, which made me pull in the flowers. and it'll really be stuck good then. And I'm looking at this. Oh, and my camera's gonna go off in a minute. Yeah. I didn't even notice it, but all I did was put splatter on there. I was thinking, am I done or what? And I was looking at it, debating what to do. And that's when the camera went off, and I did not notice it. And I put the white splatter on there, so you will see it when I pick the layout up. Yeah, pretty quick layout, but it did take weeks because I let it sit there. And I do like how it turned out, though. Oh, and I did forget to mention something important. My grandson said you had to make your reservation a year to a year and a half in advance. Yeah, to go there. So they made theirs plenty of time early so that they wouldn't miss out because they heard so many good things about it. But there's my cluster with the film strip and the pineapple. And like I said, I left the flamingo there. And uh, it, it just looks so good. I mean, the flamingo, yeah, to go with my wood grain here. And there's the butterfly I was talking about. Doesn't it go good with that plate of food and dip? And there's my look here, and you can tell the dimension in that. Um, well, I guess it's a pre-made cluster. Is what it is. I did cut off that one bit of greenery and tuck it under, so it looks even more dimensional there too. But I want to thank y'all so very, very much for watching and joining me while I created my layout. And hopefully I'll get the other page done soon. But have fun with the playlist down there below and off the board with Pineapple Papers. Bye.